Greetings everyone, hello and welcome back, to Stranded Alien Dawn. Winter is upon us. It's a jolly good time, right? It might also be a boring time. There's not a lot of farming we can do, and there's also, not a lot of animals around. What we can do is, though, in winter, focus on the things that we usually don't do during summertime. In summer we do construction and stuff like that, and in wintertime we basically collect, right? So we have already a nice house here. And I would like to start working towards a second house that we can use then for crafting and researching and stuff like that. And with that, we do need more stone, as always. So let's get over here. There we have some area, right, that we can actually mine rock chunks. Let's actually not get too much in here. So we are going to, we're going to mine a bit for the next foundation then that we have for the next house, right? So we can go ahead with that. We are also scavenging right now then these spaceship debris. Super important. We need still some more electronics. We're a bit low on that, and we need some more electronics for advanced research desks and things like that. Also, another thing we can do actually is also observing stuff for that we usually don't have time during summer. So like the broadleaf bush, I have never really observed this. I know it gives me sticks, but there might also be other mysteries behind it. So let's observe this one. We can also go ahead and observe the pointy red plant and see what it actually gives me. There's an interesting rock over there. We have no idea what this is all about, so let's also do some observation of that one. And then we might also observe some animals, because we might actually also tame them, like this big horned animal there. Let's observe it, just for the heck of it. Right, we have time for it. The days are long in winter, and winter is going to last us for quite some time. It's almost as long as summer, and we should be prepared for this though. We have still lots of food. Right, the fruits and the bush fruits that are sticking outside here, they're frozen right now, so they're really lasting a long time. So I don't need to worry about that too. And with that, we can also go some expeditions, honestly, right? Quinn is researching a bit right now. There's a shooting star once again, and there's also spaceship debris over there that we could scavenge. And an old crash site. We need to send someone over with a high physical skill. So it would be nice to see the physical skills right away. That's Ken, for example. Jack is pretty good with that, and Ember. Let's actually send Ember on this expedition to have a look at these spaceship debris over there. Definitely want to find me something useful, hopefully. Our house looks quite lively and lovely at this point. Right, so it's cozy in here. It's also warm in here, so people can actually enjoy a bit of time there as well together. Discovered the broadleaf bush, so this is the one, and we can also plant it now if we like to, and to produce more sticks, right? I didn't notice anything else of interest out of these bushes, just as I expected, but at least we have it now. There's also giant grass right next to us. Let's also observe this one here, right? We have the time for it. The broadleaf bushes we already have. There's berry plants right in front of us. Never seen them before. Let's also just observe them. Alright, I came across a couple of opened containers with scratches and tooth marks. I suspect they were recently opened by some curious animals who seem to have eaten what they could and left useless things like first aid kits, canisters, and grains. It's a lot to take in one trip, but I'm afraid that whatever gets left behind will not be salvageable later. Get the first aid kits, get the soup, get the grain. Let's get the grain. I would have loved some more advanced materials. That's fine too though. We are also crafting our crossbows. Perfect. Better weapons for sure. And we have already finished some? No, we haven't. That would be also really nice then to have some advanced weapons available. Pistols, of course, would be my go-to. Unfortunately, that's still far away right now. Alright, also we found some mech core with the latest scavenging. This gives me the light mechs. With the ability of mech cores, we're now able to create mechs. However, bringing a small self-sufficient operator-controlled mech to life would require a substantial amount of resources, such as metal alloys, 100 of them. Actually, we would have that. We also have then the combat mechs with that. That would be another nice step. Where can I actually build them? I have no idea where I could build mechs. This is something completely new that we can do now. However, of course, we will need more mech cores, and we will also need more metal alloys. By the way, also interesting, we are now having the tech here that lets us produce electronics, right? But we would need metal for this, so no idea where we have metal from yet. It might actually be this interesting rock over there. Amber, come on, why do you have that risk of breakdown? She really wants to finish most likely here that plant. She's actually, I don't know why she's crushingly unhappy. She had a tasty meal, a good sleep, many fun things to do. Must be winter depression. Discovered the giant grass, and I decided to call it tall, dense grass giant's grass. Growing and harvesting it won't be too hard, and it could come in handy for simple construction. Very nice. This is done now as well. I think we could then give it into farming, right? So we have the fruit bush here, and there we have the giant grass and the big bushes. We can actually then have fields of them. Alright, I think we still have also one more expedition. Oh, we're out of fuel. Now we have enough fuel. We just need to refuel it. There's the spaceship debris over there. And we need to supply this one with fuel first. Ah, Daniel is already doing it. There you go, Daniel. Very nice. Daniel actually was able to loot electronics. Super important. Because with that we can also get the research desk now inside, which is something we probably should do. Not that we really have a lot of space here, right? But I'm sure we can still squeeze it in somewhere. Research desk, perhaps here, perfect, right behind the cooking stove, so that we can also start with some proper researching them, speeding that up as well. Don't forget, we can always easily move things around, super easy, and we can do this. For now, I want to really squeeze in as much as possible. Amber has a meltdown, but she's on an... Is she on an expedition? No, she's not. She's back from the expedition. Discovered the giant's grass. Decided to call it giant's grass. That's okay. And do we have a new expedition? Spaceship debris. We could do now. So good. It's 2 degrees outside. Snowing a bit perhaps. Nothing too serious right now, especially for fully equipped settlers. And we're now building that one here. Extreme cold snap. Outside temperatures are 20% lower than usual during this disaster. Ooh, this is bad. And with that, immediately we have negative 18 degrees. Oh, that changed quickly. Holy cow. So now you probably should not stay outside too long, right? And everybody that has not the right equipment should also not stay outside anymore. Let's just quickly check it out for Quinn. He's above 4 degrees only. So Quinn is someone that we probably should have equipped right away. Even though Quinn is my researcher, so once the desk has been finished, he will probably stay inside most of the time. I'm not going to give it to him just yet. Jack, he's at negative 17, so he's fine. Daniel, he's only at negative 2. He's absolutely not fine. Ken, negative 17. Rita, negative 13. She would still get the trout or the pants. And Amber, she's someone that usually is outside quite a lot. Above 9 it is right now, so I would like to give something to Amber, like a helmet. There you go. Right, she goes with that. And Daniel also will need to have some stuff equipped. So he's going with the synthetic boots, synthetic leggings, and synthetic vest. And this raises his tolerance now, negative 7, negative 13. He's still missing though something, right? The helmet. Amber's equipping that, so we do need another helmet for sure. Amber is now at negative 17, so this is also fine. Alright, advanced research desk has been finished, so we can completely get rid now of the wooden research desk outside here. I'm actually going to dismantle it, because we really don't need it anymore. And research continues now here in the advanced research desk inside. And Quinn, yeah, you hopefully stay inside now permanently. And now everybody goes inside. Rita, I didn't check her properly there, but she's negative 13. This is also fine for now. We probably will need more equipment though, better equipment at that. So I think we're going with 2 more helmets. This is outside though still. Let's move the tailor bench also inside. It's not going to look super pretty, but it's all together here, right? And with that we will have also the ability to have it then still continue with the production. Inside, yeah, it's also getting really cold now. Only 3 degrees we have. We could build another heater to just raise it again a bit. As long as it's above 0, it's fine, right? It should not really drop below that, though. Let's build another heater. Let's build 2 more heaters. We can afford it. It's super, super cheap stuff. And also another one here. 2 more heaters. But yeah, that's winter. Basically all about surviving the cold. Food will be fine for a long time, especially since we got more grain again from the expedition. Yeah, Daniel is feeling a bit chilly. He's still missing a helmet, so I hope we can finish this then. We're also really full now, unfortunately, on the freezer. We have hides in here. This is totally not necessary. Let's get hides somewhere else. Probably outside here. Didn't we do this already? Hides, cooked meals, unfinished food. Let's put it also outside. Raw fabrics, that's hides. Let's put them outside. Daniel, yeah, hypothermia. You probably should not stay outside that much, Daniel, please. So go inside. Sit somewhere and relax. It's really cold right now. Negative 24 degrees. Yeah, that cold snap. I think we can thank Chaos for this, who is introducing us with those events. Right, Jack continues with some butchering, and Amber also has now hypothermia, but it's not life-threatening yet. She observes the plants that are, by the way, perishing right now. So they're at this cold, they're just disappearing. But we have at least the beef berries. Fragile looking berry plant is surprisingly tough and manages to stay upright under the weight of its own heavy fruits. And I'll name them beef berries because they are somewhat similar to that vegetable that goes well on beef sandwiches, or at least so I've heard. And with that we have beef berries also that we can plant. I think they're pretty important for the pizza, right? If we would have a veggie pizza, we can go ahead with this. Yeah, really, nothing prepares you for that cold snap. Building a few more heaters. Daniel is already doing it. So that we get that temperature up somehow. It's also frosty inside, right? There's, yeah, it's really just too cold. I hope that the cold snap is gone soon again. Also, something else that we can do here is we still have the cave dweller trait here, right? But we have, yeah, not really a lot of logs. I would need to build some flooring for this. We have, though, enough cloth, so I could build me a carpet ground, a carpet flooring, at least, so the soft carpet. Perhaps for the living room, for the sleeping rooms, right? So we get rid of the cave dweller trait in that. There you go. And let's also build it, yeah, somewhere here, you know, where we have some music playing and stuff like that. A carpet it is that we could have here then. By the fireplace, that's probably not a good idea though. Could have it here though, by the living quarters basically, to make it more comfortable. We can always replace it then with logs, for example, if we need that down the road. We got another one of these, so the power cells, and hypothermia on Rita. Rita still needs some pants that she does not have at the moment. But we have the silicon leaf, and this is actually pretty important because with that we can harvest silicon out of these red plants, and this is something we need for electronic production. Very good. And we have lots of them. Of course, now in winter they're not really on it. Rita is now equipping the pants by herself. Smart girl. There you go, Rita. Would be fine now. Negative 17 it is. It's also negative 17. This should reduce the hypothermia now. We have another crossbow. We have a lot of them now, by the way. We got 4 crossbows ready. Quinn, yeah, perfect. He stays inside. And it's actually 5 degrees now inside with those additional heaters. Recently, on quiet nights, the wind carries over weird shrieking noises. As unsettling as they are, their source may be even more unpleasant. Unlocks the shrieking noise expedition. Do we want to find out what happens there in the distance? Oh, the moon is glowing, by the way. Perhaps it's the moon. You never know. It's 2 o'clock in the night, negative 24 degrees, and Rita decides to observe the interesting rock over there. I mean, that's very brave of you, but why? Meanwhile, next day, Ken continues now, and oh, actually also Daniel, constructing those carpets. It's going to be very nice for sleeping then as well. And reducing the cave dweller. Also, it's just very comfortable overall. Of course, you should not be allergic. Then it might be a problem. It's only the first step though. We don't have enough logs. I would also like to get a wooden ground then up. And yeah. I mean, we also have stone paving, but that's not really something. And ceramic tiles. That would also be fun then for a washing area. And yeah, we have discovered the ore deposits. It's the interesting rock, holds some metal ore, which could be mined and smelted into alloys. We have now 2 very important resources, silicon and iron ore, right? And we can make metal alloys out of that, and ultimately then electrical components. Also, and that's super nice, we have finished sleep training. That means survivors need less sleep time to fully rest now. So in this case here, we could reduce the sleep time now. At least for 1 hour, I think. So let's move it here. Alright, so they wake up a bit earlier. I mean, that's really early. Sorry, let's not do this. This is too early. Let's actually have the work here and then another relax here. Right, so we're just prolonging this one here. And I think we might even be fine with 3 hours of relaxation now. We'll just see. And there's also the carpets not coming on. Not looking really beautiful so far. Also, by the way, do we have more trees? We really don't have any trees close by, so getting logs is getting increasingly difficult. Especially with that cold. Nah, I'm not going to chop down trees now. It's too far away, and they could have hypothermia. So I'm going to wait for the cold snap to pass, and then we could go in. Win, why are you outside? We also found the Ulfsens now, right? So we can tame them. And we can also build an Ulfen statue. This is also something that's really cool. With that, we can beautify the settlement. People like this too. With a bit of stone, that's it. And yeah, new creatures that we have now. Quinn, you really should not go outside. He's mining right now. Look at that. We need a new research for him. Quinn, go there, please. And what could you research for me right now? I mean, there's lots of things. The automated turrets, that's super nice. We would have everything for them, right? Yeah, let's go with automated turret. I like that. And battery optimization, flare shielding, solar flare increase the power consumption of devices instead of disabling them. Also not so bad. Camp management, we could have another camp somewhere set up. Hydroponic racks to produce food during winter as well. That is something nice for next year though only. So nothing I need right now. But the automated turrets are nice, and delivery drones are also nice, and we actually have everything for them too. So let's also go for delivery drones. Quinn, go for some researching again. And what do we need exactly for the electronic crafting? Find and produce silicon. Alright. Can we harvest it now? No, unfortunately not. Right, there's nothing right now silicon wise we can do. We need to wait until spring. Perhaps I cut one down. Perhaps we could do get some silicon out of that then. Nah, unfortunately not. Alright, it's fine. And Quinn leveled up once more. Intellect level 9, very nice. Finally, the cold snap is gone. We have rather normal temperatures again, so 0 degrees right now outside. And inside it's now 21 degrees, so it's getting really warm there. That's fine though. And we have the carpets now finished, which look absolutely horrible. but at least it reduces now the cave dwellers, so they should not have this anymore, and they don't, right? Which further increases then happiness and comfort ratings. Now with that gone, let's continue with chopping down some trees. Whew. Quite the distance there. Yeah, not 36 please, but let's go ahead with 17 that we can cut down. It's going to take a while anyway. On the very next day, of course, it's nice to get outside again a bit further, and yeah, my 3 colonists, Daniel, Ken and Amber, the ones that are good with physical stuff, are already cutting, because we will need more logs soon then as well. And with those logs in, we can also now add some proper flooring here to the entrance area, and that's going to be a wooden parquet. I mean, even though in the cooking area we could have ceramic tiles with the stone that we have. I think this makes more sense over there, right? But that's then for the next day. So far so good. Day 42 is coming to an end. Chaos is looming over us, but we're fine so far. No cold snap, hopefully, for a longer time. And we continue onwards with Stranded Alien Dawn. Onwards to spring, hopefully. Stay tuned.